my dear students. Hope you all are fit and fine and doing well. So welcome in our chemistry class, and we are at chapter number 3. Name of the chapter is elements, compounds and mixtures, and this is the last video of this chapter. And today we are going to start next topic, that is separation of liquid gas mixture. Means the one component of the mixture is in the liquid form and the other one is in the gaseous form. So we can separate them by using heating. This method is based upon the principle that the solubility of a gas in liquid decreases with increase in temperature. As we increase the temperature, then the solubility of the gas in liquid decreases. For example, to separate a mixture of carbon dioxide and water, we will separate them by using the apparatus as shown here. First of all, we will take the mixture, that is liquid gas mixture of carbon dioxide and water in a flask. Then on heating, bubbles of carbon dioxide are formed, which leaves the solvent and move into the drying chamber where it is dried by using anhydrous calcium chloride and finally collected by upward displacement of air. So by using this method we can separate the liquid gas mixture easily. Next one is the separation of gas-gas mixture. So this type of mixture can be separated by using fractional evaporation of mixture of liquefied gases. Second one is by preferential liquefaction. Third one is by using suitable solvent, and the last one is by diffusion. So by using these four methods we can separate the gas-gas mixture. Next we will see the different systematic schemes of the mixtures. Like first one is the mixture of common salt, iodine and sulfur, and we have to separate their components. So firstly we will add carbon disulfide solution in the given mixture. Then after that we will observe that sulfur is dissolved in carbon disulfide. So by using filtration we got sulfur solution as a filtrate and common salt and iodine as a residue. So first of all we have to know that what is filtrate and what is residue. So residue is the solid part that is left on the filter paper, and the filtrate is a clear liquid that passes through the filter paper. Okay, so after that on residue we will apply the sublimation method. During sublimation we will observe that the iodine vaporizes. This is because the iodine is a sublimable compound and common salt is left behind. So on the other hand, in case of filtrate we have to use the evaporation method. So during evaporation the liquid part will evaporated and the solid part, that is sulfur, is left behind. So in this way we can separate these components. Look at the next mixture, that is iron filling, sulfur and charcoal. So in this case first of all we will place the magnet on this mixture. Then magnet will attract all the iron pieces towards itself. So by using magnet iron is separated. Now sulfur and charcoal is left. So we will use carbon disulfide in this mixture, which will dissolve the sulfur and charcoal remains undissolved. So by filtration charcoal is left as a residue and sulfur solution as a filtrate, which on evaporation gives sulfur crystals. Now the next mixture is of common salt, water and sawdust. First of all we will use filtration method, which gives sawdust as a residue and common salt and water as a filtrate. And then by using distillation method we got water as a distillate and common salt as a residue. So one thing keep in mind that in distillation we always used non-volatile solid. So in this case common salt is a non-volatile solid. In the next mixture such as calcium carbonate, sodium chloride and sulfur, first of all we will add carbon disulfide in this mixture, which gives residue of calcium carbonate and sodium chloride and filtrate of sulfur solution. Then in residue side we will add water, and again we use the filtration method, which gives calcium carbonate as a residue and NaCl solution as a filtrate, which on evaporation gives sodium chloride. On the other hand, in case of filtrate, we use evaporation, and which evaporates the liquid part and the solid part, that is sulfur, is left behind. Now look at the last mixture. In this we will use the separating funnel method, which is used to separate the immiscible liquids. So in this, the heavier liquid forms the lower layer and the lighter liquid forms the upper layer. So in this case, mercury is denser than water and niter, so it will form the lower layer, and by using the tap we will separate it. On the upper layer mixture we will apply the distillation method, which gives niter as a residue and water as a distillate.